In this video, we're exploring some of the exciting upcoming indie tower defense games you should keep an eye on in 2025. Get ready for fresh strategies, unique mechanics, and plenty of fun. Let's get into it. In Defender's Quest 2 Mists of Ruin, the Shining Lands are in danger. A toxic gas called murk has spread, making it unsafe to leave the city. Evni Hunt and her team, the Hunters, are the only ones who can stop it. This game is the sequel to the popular tower defense game. It has a new, colorful look, but keeps the same smart strategy gameplay. You need to place your heroes in the right spots to stop enemies. You can also recruit new heroes and make them stronger through battles and upgrades. As you play, you will explore a world full of dangers. The game also has a great story by Xavier Nelson Jr., making it an exciting adventure. Next is Relic Guardian, Tower Defense, a pixel art game with a fun twist. You play as Fran, a hero who can move and rebuild towers during the battle. With wish power, you can shrink towers, carry them, and place them in new spots to stop the enemies. Your defense comes from the Wiccan tribe warriors who can turn into 15 powerful spirit towers. You also have Pani, a strong priestess who can change into 9 forms, each with special abilities to help you in battle. The game has 5 different areas with over 20 levels where you'll face tough enemies and big bosses. With help from allies and upgrades from the mysterious sculptor Gigi, you'll need to plan your moves carefully to win. Iron Guard Salvation is a tower defense game with real-time strategy. You will build turrets, upgrade defenses, and fight against waves of enemy robots. Unlike most tower defense games, you can control a drone and fight in the battle yourself. The story happens after the Avalon crew escapes from the planet Akris. Akris now controls terraforming machines and uses them to attack humanity. Planets across the solar system are under attack, and it's your job to stop the machines and protect the planets. The game has 30 levels on different planets. There are over 25 turrets and powerful super weapons to help you. Enemies change their tactics, so each battle is different. You can also manage resources, command heroes, and control movable platforms to change your strategy. In Gnomes, you protect your garden from goblins using a team of gnomes. Each day, the map gets bigger. You need to place gnomes, build defenses, and grow your economy to stay safe. Every time you play, the map, enemies, and upgrades are different. You can mix different gnomes, relics, and plants to make strong defenses. The game has different biomes, each with its own challenges and resources. You can choose a guild with special abilities and a unique starting setup. For a real challenge, try Endless Mode, where goblins keep coming until you can't survive. In Nordhold Origins, you need to protect your village from 20 waves of enemies. Each wave gets harder. To survive, build 14 different buildings and upgrade them to grow your economy and defense. You can build 5 strong towers, each with special abilities. There are over 80 upgrades to make your towers stronger and change your strategy. Use heroes, relics, and spells to help you in battle. Relics give you special powers, and spells can help you win. Make smart choices to defeat the enemies and compete on global leaderboards to show your skills. Next is 17.Waves TD, a co-op tower defense game where you and up to 4 friends must protect 17 colonies from alien bugs. The bugs follow set paths, so placing towers in the right spots is very important. Build different towers and put them where they will work best. Teamwork is key. Each player can choose a special upgrade, like moving faster, getting more resources, or making towers stronger. You also need to keep your towers powered by mining resources. Defeated bugs drop coins, but they disappear quickly, so pick them up fast to upgrade your towers and improve your chances. Can you and your team survive all 17 waves? Watch out for 17 Waves TD. In Bumble Rumble, the world of bees is in danger, and you must help protect it. The game mixes Peglin and tower defense. You will fight enemies with the help of your bee friends. Use different bees and special items to create strong combos and stop the enemies. But be careful, if you lose all your health, the game is over. In Dawn of Defense, the Empire is attacking your land, and you must protect the Spirit Tower. Build towers to stop the enemies and keep the tower safe. Each wave gets harder, so you need to choose the right upgrades to make your defense stronger. You can also train warriors to fight and take over enemy islands. This helps you build more towers, get more resources, and make your defense stronger. After each wave, you get to pick from 3 random runestones, which give upgrades to your towers and troops. With each run, you unlock new runestones, making your defenses even better. Every wave brings new challenges, and you must plan carefully to protect the Spirit Tower. Next is Riff, a tower defense game where you build towers, fight monsters, and travel through strange worlds. Unlike most tower defense games, enemies don't follow a set path. They either rush straight to your base or attack any tower they see, making it more challenging. You can build towers in special spots, upgrade them to make them stronger, and earn juice during battles to build even more towers. Winning battles gives you prisms which unlock new worlds, towers, and upgrades. The big twist in the game is the rifts, portals that send you to different worlds. Your goal is to collect energy and find a way home while the creatures of each world try to stop you. With 14 worlds, 15 tower types, 24 enemy types, and 28 challenges, Riff has a lot of action. It's made in the Godot engine by a talented team, including Adrien de Jong, the creator of Hidden Folks. In Traptile, you play a tower defense game where you build traps, not towers. Each trap has special tricks, and learning how they work helps you do more damage. The enemies are smart. They can find ways to break your traps. But if you watch them closely, you can figure out how to stop them. Each level is different, and no two battles are the same. Some arenas let you use the environment to help defeat enemies. But be careful, gold is limited, and you need enough to get ready for the next battle. Stay alert, adapt, and lead your team to victory, Mini-Tank. Mayhem is a fun mix of tower defense, card strategy, and action. You control a mini-tank and use powerful cards to stop waves of enemies. Each card lets you use a special attack, like artillery strikes or shockwaves. Pick the right cards to defeat stronger enemies and survive longer. Every battle is different. You will collect resources, upgrade your tank, and face harder waves as you go. Big boss fights will challenge your skills. Be ready for action. Next is Frontier Paladin, a game that mixes action, tower defense, and RPG elements. You play as Titus, a young paladin who follows his order into the dangerous crater. In battle, you will fight dark forces using skill-based combat. You can choose a god to follow, gaining special blessings and powerful relics. Do you want to be a strong warrior, smashing enemies? Or a tough defender, standing firm against attacks? The choice is yours. But fighting isn't enough. As you finish quests, enemy warlords will send armies to attack your fortress. You need to protect it with traps, turrets, and allies. You will also rebuild your order by recruiting new members and getting stronger. With a mix of action, strategy, and RPG choices, Frontier Paladin is a tower defense game to watch. In Touhou Dungeon Maker, the Labyrinth of Heart, you build and defend your own dungeon. It's a mix of roguelike and tower defense gameplay. Your goal is to survive for 100 days while fighting off waves of enemies. Strange dungeons have appeared in Kensokyo, making people lose their minds. If no one stops them, these dungeons will cover the whole land. Only girls with special mind powers can resist the madness and fight back. You can set traps and make characters like Ryzen Udongen Inaba, Satori Komeiji, and Hatano Kokoro stronger. You must defeat phantoms that attack your dungeon. Every time you survive, you earn rewards to make your dungeon stronger. Next on our list is Islets Defense, a turn-based tower defense game with a focus on resource management. Instead of fast-paced action, you take turns choosing one of 4 actions. The order matters. Your chosen action moves to the leftmost position, making it weaker next time while others move forward. Planning your moves carefully is key. To defend against the slimes, you must build towers and support them with food, wood, and stone. There are 30 different buildings, each with unique abilities. You can also find chests and stage modifiers that give special upgrades and new towers. The game starts with a map covered in mist. You must explore to find resources, hidden treasures, and good spots for your towers. Smart decisions will help you build a strong village and survive each stage. With 15 levels, different biomes, and over 10 hours of gameplay, Islets Defense is a great mix of tower defense and strategy. In Kingdom Rush 5, Alliance TD, Colossal Dwarfare Campaign, Grimbeard is building a giant robot powered by Darksteel. If he finishes it, the kingdom is doomed. The Alliance must stop him before it's too late. This DLC brings 5 new stages in Darksteel Mountain, 12 dangerous enemies, 2 mini-bosses, and 3 epic bosses. There's also a new tower, the Cannoneer Squad, and a new hero, Kratoa, the Molten Rage. With new achievements and fun Easter eggs, this expansion is full of action. Can you stop Grimbeard's giant machine before it destroys everything? Kingdom Rush 5, Alliance TD, Colossal Dwarfare campaign is coming soon. In Orcs Must Die. Deathtrap, you play as a war mage, protecting the rift from enemy orcs. Use traps, magic, and weapons to stop them. You can play alone or with friends in 4-player co-op, and the game changes its difficulty based on how many players join. Each war mage has different weapons, traps, and abilities, so you can play in many ways. The game has better physics and fun trap effects, making it more exciting. The game has roguelite elements, with enemies getting random buffs or debuffs. The weather and time of day change the environment. You will also face orc generals who are stronger and harder to beat. Between battles, you can upgrade your hero, weapons, and traps in your castle. The game keeps the funny orc jokes, silly ragdoll effects, and a fun soundtrack. With bigger outdoor levels, fast combat, and crazy orc destruction, Orcs Must Die. Deathtrap is great for tower defense and action fans. In Hostile Mars, you start by building a base on Mars to protect yourself from waves of enemies. You need to gather materials, create supply chains, and upgrade your base to survive. Build big laser turrets to fight off the enemies. As the enemies get stronger, you must make your base and weapons better. Use delivery bots to collect resources and keep your base running without doing everything yourself. Explore Mars to find hidden resources that can help you. You can also upgrade your turrets and traps to make them stronger. Your goal is to build a strong defense, defeat the enemies, and protect your base. In AI.VI, you play as an old mining robot that just wanted to retire. Until PASCAL showed up. This big company is taking over planets for profit, and they expect every machine to obey. But they're about to find out AI.VI wasn't built to give up. This game mixes shooting and tower defense, making you a one-bot army. You'll set up defenses, pick your weapons, and destroy enemy drones. Whether you use mining lasers, pickaxe crossbows, or explosive plushies, each battle is your chance to fight back against the corporation. But you won't just defend. AI.VI is here to take back the planet. You'll explore, gather resources, and capture key areas to fuel your fight. The bosses aren't just regular managers, they're corporate generals. And you? You're here to take them down. Customization is a big part of AI.VI. With a flexible loadout system, you can play your way. Whether you focus on traps, action, or a mix of both, you can make it work. Plus, with random upgrades, you can make AI.VI stronger than ever. Overclock your systems, stack powerful upgrades, and turn the desert into a corporate graveyard. If you like tower defense games with lots of action and destruction, AI.VI is the game for you. Block Fortress 2 is a fun game that mixes tower defense, building, and action. You can build your own fortress with walls, turrets, traps, and more. Then, jump into the action in first-person or third-person view to protect your fortress from enemy attacks. You can use different weapons like rocket launchers and miniguns. You can also build an army to help you fight. Explore 10 planets, each with its own dangers like lava and alien monsters. Plus, you can create and share your own levels for even more fun. In Wardens Rising, you play as a hero called a Warden. Your job is to protect energy cores from big enemy attacks. Before each fight, you build defenses like towers, traps, and walls. Then you jump into the action and use your weapons, skills, and a special companion to fight off the enemies. There are 5 heroes to choose from, each with their own powers and upgrades. You can play alone or team up with up to 4 players for even bigger battles. The game has 24 campaign maps, 12 mission maps, and powerful bosses to defeat, so there's always a new challenge. Dungeon Warfare 3 is a new tower defense game where you can change the battlefield. You can place tiles, build walls, and make paths to control where enemies go. You have many traps and tools to stop the enemies. Every time you win, you get experience points to make your traps stronger. Try different traps and paths to find the best way to stop the enemies. The game has many different enemies, and each one needs a special plan to beat. There are many levels to play, plus endless random levels for more fun. You can also change the difficulty with runes to make the game easier or harder. Next up is Everwarder, a tower defense game where the world itself is your enemy. You begin with a crystal that holds your trapped friend, surrounded by total darkness. But be warned, the darkness is no friend. Touch it, and monsters will appear, all bent on destroying your crystal. Each run is unique. You can clear the darkness bit by bit, gather energy, and build defenses. Or, if you're feeling bold, search for ancient structures and powerful artifacts. But time is against you. Enemies grow stronger as time passes, but so do you. With every playthrough, you collect resources, unlock upgrades, and become more powerful. With random maps and different challenges, no two runs will ever feel the same. And even if you fail, you'll learn from your mistakes, grow stronger, and come back ready to fight again. In Bean Beasts, your towers are living creatures. As they fight, they get stronger by gaining experience and evolving. This makes them better at attacking. Each Bean Beast has a special ability and a second attack, which makes them even more powerful. You can also upgrade your traps and choose different paths to fit your plan. One unique feature is repathing enemies. You can use walls to change the path they take, letting you control where they go. The game has 10 different Bean Beasts, 12 types of traps, and over 50 enemy types. There are 40 levels across 5 biomes, plus 8 endless mode maps for extra fun. With boss fights, upgrades to unlock, and physics-based combat, Bean Beast brings a new twist to tower defense. Thanks for watching. If you're excited about any of these upcoming indie tower defense games, let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss an update. Catch you in the next video.